Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to a rather depressing Final Fantasy XIV news. As you might tell from the title of this video, the North American Fan Festival has been cancelled effective immediately. So this came as news was posted from Naoki Yoshida, the producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV himself, on the Final Fantasy XIV official forums. You can find a link to that in the top of the description box below this video. Essentially, well, here's what Naoki Yoshida said. We have received queries from many worried players concerned with how the novel coronavirus, i.e. COVID-19, will impact the North American Fan Festival. Allow me to explain the current situation. The North American Fan Festival was scheduled to be held in San Diego half a year from now in November, but after much deliberation we have made the difficult decision to cancel proceedings. Although we have been moving forward with various arrangements to adapt to the unfolding pandemic, we ultimately feel that we cannot guarantee the health and safety of the attendees, performers, or company staff members who would be present at the event. Thus, it was with great regret that we now arrive at this conclusion, and I offer my sincere apologies to all those who are looking forward to enjoying the festivities. He continues, despite the cancellation of the San Diego event in November, however, we have not given up on holding our next fan festival in North America. Plans are already in motion as we examine possible dates, cities and venues for a festival in the first half of 2021. In adhering to the safety guidelines and requirements set forth by national and local governments, it is likely that future events will experience a number of restrictions. As such, we are not only exploring a physical event, but also looking into an alternate way to realize the event digitally. We will share news of our progress as things start to take shape, so please stay tuned for more information. That's very interesting to think about, an idea that it might return to the digital ticket system after all. He continues, meanwhile, preparations are underway for the fan festivals in Japan, scheduled for December, and Europe, scheduled for February. That's the one in London that I'm hyped for. As with North America, we intend to carefully monitor the state of the coronavirus pandemic and proceed with events as the situation dictates. Rather than simply push to have all the festivals go forward as planned, we feel it is important that everyone, from the players to the staff on the development and operation teams, that are able to come together and enjoy these events wholeheartedly and without worry. Again, we will continue to keep you informed of any changes or any other developments regarding these events that occur. No matter what form it eventually takes, we are examining every available avenue to bring you the most memorable Final Fantasy XIV celebration in the most enjoyable manner possible. Keep out for more news on the horizon. End quote. So there we go. That's quite an interesting section of news. Obviously, you've got the cancellation, which is very unfortunate, of the North American Fan Fest for now. There's massive reasons for that. I think it's personally one of the most sensible things to do with the current climate, especially when social distancing might not be on everyone's priority list in that country. In particular, it's very curious to see when they would fit in a North American Fan Fest into the first half of 2021. If you've got December for the Japanese one and then February for the European one, if those still go ahead, what does first half of 2021 mean other than, I mean, it can't be January, surely. Can it be March? Will they really be able to turn around a Fan Fest in 1 month or less than a month? Or will it be closer to a March, April kind of fan fest for North America? That is very interesting, and we'll have to wait and see what they decide to do. But the fact is that they're not giving up and that you will have an event. It's just not going to be this year, unfortunately. So it's very unfortunate for me to have to deliver that news. I know a lot of people have been really hyped to actually shake off all of their crap, basically, from this horrible pandemic and other world situations and just let their hair down for a bit. But apparently this year is nowhere near done, and we have even less to look forward to. However, we can still keep our fingers crossed for the European one and of course the Japanese one if you are able to go to that. So fingers crossed those goes forward. But of course they do have to monitor those, and all I can say to my fellow countrymen in England is if you want for this to go ahead, we need to exercise social distancing much greater than we currently are. That's all I will say. So yeah, the other half of the post here, this last little bit, is talking about essentially that patch 5.3, as we know, was scheduled for a June 16th release, but this will be delayed by more than a month. So yes, that will be a mid to late July release of patch 5.3, as we mentioned in yesterday's video. He says, lastly, may I once again extend my heartfelt sympathies to everyone affected by this pandemic and wish to all who have fallen ill a speedy recovery, which is very nice. Thank you very much, Naoki Yoshida. Yeah, they're doing pretty good at Square Enix, and they're making some decent decisions, I'd like to say. So anyway, hopefully you're not too disappointed. It's a bit soul-crushing to hear the news, but it is what it is, and we have to try and look forward, and hopefully we still get that fan festival. It does, of course, mean that Japan is more than likely going to have the actual reveal of the next expansion before anyone else, so that will be quite an interesting situation to watch on Twitch. Either way, thank you kindly for watching. Let me know what you think below. Check out the link in the description, and I'll see you all next time.